the quote unquote first day back to work for 2025, and look at the market. We have Bitcoin was almost above 102 earlier today. I know Ethereum went above 3,700. Solana was above 220. Before the holidays, Solana was at 185. So I really think that spur in Solana there is really going to be driving more and more of the meme coin market here in January, and I'm excited for it. Excited to have a great panel to discuss it too.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. Sometimes we look at the market on 15-minute candles day after day. We say, why isn't it doing anything? And then you zoom out a week and you're like, damn, we're up $10,000 from the 30th of December. The market is moving, especially when you look at everything going on. I know, Buzz, you and I had a conversation last week about AI and the AI agents and the meme coins that are being deployed there. And now I'm kind of curious, stepping into this. I'll throw this to you first, Buzz, and then you can kind of rotate it around here. Do you think that we're kind of seeing the advent of other major players coming into the space, participating in this meme culture? Like, for instance, whether it be like branded IP type of players coming in and launching meme tokens, or is this going to be something that's going to be mostly focused within crypto stuff that doesn't have that old legacy analog bullshit trying to ride on the coattails of what's happening in the crypto market?
Well, the interesting thing about the meme sector in general is you can create a subsector out of any specific category. Like there's like an IP category, there's a traditional meme category, AI category, and there's categories within that too, animals and whatever. It seems like every week we're hitting a different meta of what's popular, and right now is obviously AI coins, and I think traditional memes have made a bit of a resurgence too. But one article that caught my eye earlier today was Hasib Qureshi from Dragonfly Capital, who's known in the industry as somebody who's he's a VC, but more of an edgier VC and investing in more risky things, should I say. And he was saying his prediction for 2025 is that AI agent as a category within meme coins is actually going to outpace meme coins in general. And I think what he meant by that is the meme coin category, which consists of animals and IP and stuff like that, is actually going to lag behind. In 2024, it was the best performing category in the entire market. But his prediction was that AI agents are going to take over the whole sector in 2025. And I kind of want to throw it over to other members of the panel. Chonky, what do you think about that? Is the days of animal coins done and we're now on to AI, or is this going to be a market that keeps oscillating to different trends?
Yeah, honestly, I think 2025 is going to be jam packed with AI. It's not going away. We're on the edge of the frontier of what we're gonna see, what AI is capable of. The adoption of AI, everyday people using AI, like the all of the boomers that you see on Facebook. Everybody's gonna be using AI, but we're here with the fun stuff. Like I'm literally looking around on Twitter right now, and I just saw like ticker butthole as an AI token that's going to be the next like 1 billion market cap. That's what I'm looking for. I have no idea what token's going to run. Sprinkle a little bit into a lot of them and hope something sticks. But yeah, that's the meta I'm looking at. But the animals are going to stick around. The OGs are going to stick around. We're probably going to see some runners. We're obviously going to see some runners. But I think the meta is going to be AI. Absolutely.
Do you think that meta has to necessarily be an agent and an agent running a Twitter account, an agent doing on-chain
No.
actions, or because what I'm seeing is the lore for these coins like Butthole that you're referencing or Fartcoin is just that AI and specifically Infinite Backrooms are talking with one another in the back room and then coming up with these what's the funniest meme, and that becomes the lore in and of itself of the meme coin.
Well, but here's the thing you have to think about, though. The AI agent novelty is great right now. What happens when there are a ton of them and suddenly it's not novel anymore? It loses its shiny touch. That's going to happen just like it happens with everything that catches the hype waves. So I think it's going to become more sophisticated. Yeah. But like the funny stuff that doesn't make any sense is going to stick around. Like, and then even if you look at like AI16Z, for instance, like look at what their NFT has done. It's absolutely run. I think their NFTs are up to like 6 Solana right now. everything that touches this meta that has some sort of team and substance behind it is pumping. And I think that's going to continue to happen. I don't think it's going to be dependent on like any kind of an agent.
What was the I'm not even familiar with AI16Z's NFT. What was the utility on that or the purpose of that?
Honestly, I think the mint was like half a soul or something. I don't know all the details. I know that I faded it. And yet again, I am miserably disappointed with myself that I faded it and didn't mint. But to be honest with you, I don't know. I'd have to dig a little bit.
Don't worry, I faded butthole coin because I thought it was going to have the runs. So
I
yeah,
faded fart coin, my friend.
I saw a butthole at I think 100K. You know, who knows where this meta is going?
Well,
It-
we had a conversation. I think it was at the end of last. I don't actually remember. I'm so distorted on time because of New Year's. But Buzz and I were talking on an AI panel last week, and somebody brought up a great point. We forget this as egotistical human beings, right? We can't separate ourselves from the emotions of what's cool, what's not, what I feel is respectable, what's not, and everybody's on a different path there. But when you look at things like Fartcoin, which I hate, within this space because it puts a stain, if you will, or maybe butthole puts a stain on this space when you're talking to bigger players. But on that same note, it's so ridiculous. It threads that line between what's acceptable, what's not. It's good, it's bad. It's its own generator of mind share and discourse that you're either doing it because it's funny, you're doing it because you hate it. I mean, there's endless sort of applications there. But I do agree, Buzz. I do think there's going to be a time in the near future, if it's not already starting to happen, where people try to emulate that, or you just see an overabundance of culturally challenging thoughts, weird, whatever it is. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for sure.
Well, and I agree with. I think it was Chonky. You made the point that there's going to be so many agents out there, and then they're not going to be unique anymore. That's why I'm bearish, not from a buying the token perspective, on things like virtuals and other platforms that allow you to do one-click deployment of different agents, but bearish for the industry in general, because it's just it's a form of dilution, right? If you're going to allow anybody to launch an agent and launch a Twitter account, like, I feel like that's dilutive to the ones that are actually cool and providing value in the market. It's kind of like what Pump Fund did for meme coins. Like, I think 90% of these agents are going to die, just like meme coins on Pump Fund.
Yeah,
One of the things I wanted to say there, Kelly, though,
Yeah, go ahead.
as much as people are hating on like Fartcoin and stuff, it did spur a lot of awesome like ideas around Christmas. Like we had unicorn fart dust come out of Fartcoin, like literally had a boomer just not like find it so hilarious that he's like, I got to go make a token, and we saw that run up to I think close to 300 mil for a quick minute before, now I think it's sitting around 160 mil, 169 mil or something like that, or even lower. But the fact that it just spurs ideas on people. So there's a bit of innocence there, and it rides that gray line. But I am thankful that during Christmas we had the meta changed from all of the like hate tokens to like let's do good. Like a huge boost was like with Mira as well, and that was an awesome thing that we saw come out of Christmas as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we've had. It's not like it's a new thing, and I'm so happy you said that, because there was a weird period there for I don't even know what the time frame was, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, somewhere in there, where it was like the most, not even like playful offensive, like legitimately offensive stuff, where it's like I can't even open the screen at work because I can't. The tickers are just ridiculous. So I do think that's good. But what's interesting though is like looking into where we're going in 2025. I've noticed like a shift in the market this last cycle. And I wonder if it has to do with just geoeconomics and people not having money, or if it's just exciting, or if it is ignorance, where there's all these intermediary standalone meme cycles that had nothing to do with where we were and what the liquidity was doing in the market as a whole. Almost like it literally is a sub niche that's kind of living by its own rules. And there's no, like, the market may not be pumping, but you'll see meme coins go ape shit for 2 or 3 weeks and then cool off, and you keep having these little mini cycles. Do you think, Marco, do you think that this is going to be something that's persistent in 2025, or is this going to sort of fracture into the sort of legacy style it's funny we're saying legacy already, but the legacy style meme coins, human, deployed meme coins, and a separation with the AI generated meme coins, or are they going to kind of run in tandem on their own cycles? How do we look to 2025 to really figure out where to put our mind share and money?
Yeah, personally, I'd say that there's going to be some sort of unison between the AI meme coins and the, like you say, legacy meme coins. I think there's going to be like sort of a combination in that these legacy meme coins embrace them in a sense. For example, what we could see is, this is just an example. Let's say we take a coin like Pepe. We would see like some sort of AI agent like Pepe. That's my personal opinion on that matter.
Yeah, and we're starting to see other activity and connections as well. When you look to Solana, is it Phantom Wallet? It's also now integrating with Sui. So, like, Chonky, I see you shaking your head. Do you think that that's going to add a boost to the Sui network in terms of what's happening with the liquidity within meme coins? Is that going to be just an even bridge? What's going to happen there?
Yes. So this might be an unpopular opinion depending on like the era of Web3 degenerate that you talk to, but Phantom is by far, hands down, no questions asked, the best wallet on the market across any chain whatsoever. There is no question about that. The user base alone is going to boost the Sui, however you want to pronounce it, ecosystem. I think it's going to make it more easily and readily accessible for people. So absolutely, whether or not that takes hold there and there are any actual runners or there's any sustainable tokens that launch there, I don't know. Who knows? But it's going to at least make it accessible.
Chonky, are you somebody that like when these new chains are popping up or gaining popularity rather, are you somebody that'll put in the time and effort and bridge over and try to find the memes that might run over there? Or are you kind of
Hell
waiting?
no,
Yeah,
absolutely not, my
I'm the
friend.
same. I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't want to take the hour or whatever it would take to bridge over to these different chains.
Well, here's the thing. Like, this is what I do. If I really get the itch to start like getting really risky, I'll sit myself down and I'll look at the number of active wallets or the volume, daily or weekly volume on whatever chain it is, and I'll compare them. And for me, looking at like an ETH or Solana, like, why would I go over to anything else? Like, I don't know, even like, I'm not even going to talk about Cardano because it's my, it's the bittersweet chain that has my heart and soul twisted in a million different directions because of 2021. But like, even something like that, no, absolutely not, man. Well, look at the volume, for instance. Look at the collections. Like, no, hell no. And you can say that for any chain you want to, but especially the newest. There are more L2s right now than there are people to use them. Like, how many of those are you going to see run? You're just not going to see it happen. There are going to be a couple of winners, and you can look at that for any chain, really.
So on that note, do you expect, shifting gears just for a moment, do you expect, I mean, what do you expect that will mean for because it's L1s as well. There's a number. I mean, you got near, I don't even want to list them all. Y'all know there's 45 top L1s, and then there's 280 or more solid. I mean, they're all good technology L2s. So is it just going to be is it going to sort of sustain, you think, through this cycle? And then the next bear market, we're going to get a sort of a flushing or a consolidation of them? Or how do you see that side playing out? Because every one of them saw the success of the volume, the transactions, the fees on Solana, and all of them in some ways are kind of chasing the heels of that. But is the meme narrative going to dominate specifically on Solana into the future after these L1 and L2s consolidate? Or are these all these ecosystems going to start booming in their own right as well, regardless of the number that are competing for the same mind share?
Where's the capital going to come from?
Yeah,
that's my question. Where's the capital going to come from? I don't know. Show me the money. I just don't see it. I think that they'll survive and maybe even thrive. Not all of them, but yeah, through the bull. But when markets turn down and everybody sells off their bags, if we have a blow off top, I don't think we're going to. If we have a blow off top, how many of those are going to survive? I'm going to say you can count it on one, or you could probably count it on one hand at the end of the day. My bets at this point are sticking with ETH and Solana, and Sui. I guess is going to be a strong player, I think. But I'm hoping and praying that Charles Hodgkinson saves my bags one day, and maybe takes that attack helicopter and pumps Ada to the moon.
Well, did you see he's putting in $20 million of his own money to get some of the stuff through the Midnight ecosystem after that launches to help get the various tokens, the CNTs, listed on exchange, on tier one exchanges. Did you see that?
No, I didn't, because every time I look at
Where does
anything
that? Where
Cardano
does his
related, I
own
get
money
depressed.
come from, though?
Cardano ecosystem, probably. But yeah, I just saw that. I thought that was interesting because, on the one hand, I have a problem with it. On the other hand, it's a free capital market, where you see a coin that has no substantial provenance at all, or maybe it's just not, there's not much time involved, and they'll pay whatever millions of dollars to get listed on Coinbase, or Binance is usually where it goes. And then you have other projects like Dog on Bitcoin, which is a completely 100% community driven with no KOLs, no all that stuff. But although it has some of the most solid fundamentals out there, and unless a tier one exchange takes a chance on their own, they're not going to get paid a listing fee to list. So do you think we need better barriers to entry, or just complete open and exchanges can just list whatever they're feeling? That could be for anybody.
So we're seeing like the one cost to lists is just going up, and that's a crazy piece. And one of the funny things that we saw at near the end of last year, I remember I was at permissionless when this happened. We saw market makers get the red flag. And what's even bad for that is that's a requirement for a lot of tokens to be listed on exchanges to get discounted listing fees, is to have volume. And so I think market makers will still play a huge role in 2025 and the future. But I think exchanges are going to have to sort of think new metrics around volume versus market demand. And so what's going to probably happen is listing fees are going to go up even higher, because that's the alpha piece. But really what's hilarious is that you're not getting much for that listing fee, because it's literally button clicking. But if chains are adding new chain, or sexes are adding new chains, that is technical integration stuff. And like Chonky was saying, there are so many different L2s, L3s, and Solana's a great bet. And now we just saw Sonic EVM, Sol EVM launch as well. So I think I am that guy that spends an hour trying to bridge to every new chain, and I'm like, oh, let's just do that live, because nothing wrong ever happens when you're testing something live. And freak out my audience, or people that are watching, or even the team, that if I'm doing it live with them, they freak out. They're like, wait, why'd you do that? I was like, why not? If you're so secure, I should be able to just bridge over $1,000 on my very first transaction. But what we see in different things coming up, I think on the AI side, is like really cool projects like Morpheus, Chirper AI, and one of my big little hidden gems right now is Arweave. AO.
Taco, are you concerned? Like Chonky made a good point about where is this new money going to come from? And I know there was a Twitter account that I was looking at. I think it's just the handle Look On Chain, and it'll often highlight traders who say have made 500K plus on different meme coins as a way to find, oh, what's the next runner going to be? Because it'll start to do wallet watching and be like, okay, this guy made 500K on Unicorn Fart Dust. He's now buying token X, Y, and Z. And then those tokens start running. So what that tells me is that it's the same liquidity, just playing around and following these large winners. With that same principle in mind, are you also concerned about where the new money is going to come from for a lot of these L2s and L1s that are propping up?
Well, so we do see that, money moving money, from a rotation of capital. I think that after January 20th, one of the big metrics to see where new money is, and this is a bad judge, but it's also a really good one, is USDC mint. Like that wallet watching, when new USDC mints, and you're seeing $1 million, well, you're seeing $1 billion minted. What's really funny is $1 million is nothing these days now on chain. You're talking billions of dollars. When you see a new $1 billion minted by USDC, that means someone moved they moved digital cash to another bank account owned by Circle. And so we still see that coming up, and you can see where that USDC gets deployed, and it's just held as USDC. And I think a lot of it's coming on chain to wait for deployment. And so we're seeing RWAs, we're seeing AI projects really sort of load up, and even Base is sort of taking the charge on USDC gasless transactions for agents, and we see how much Base is working towards supporting an agent economy.
It's funny, Chunky, when you were listing off chains earlier, you didn't even mention Base.
Yeah,
It
I
went
didn't
straight to
mention Base.
Cardano.
Yeah. Let's just pump Cardano for the time being. No, yeah, I mean, Base is also a strong bet. I personally haven't played around on there much. I interacted with a couple of projects, and I think I traded one of the biggest meme coin. I can't remember even what it is, but I haven't done a lot over there. But I think, like, sheerly from an onboarding perspective, when I know this is going to hit all of the buzzwords, so I'm not even going to say all the buzzwords, but like Web 2 coming into Web 3 in the bull market when people are making a shit ton of money, where are they going to go to? They're not going to, vast majority of people are going to go to the sexes. They're not going to go download a DeFi wallet. They're going to come through the sexes. How many people are going to go like to Coinbase? A ton of them. And so, yeah, I mean, absolutely, Base by default is going to be a player, I think.
One of the things that I think that Chonky touched on with the getting onto sexes is the fact that Coinbase does something different, and Kraken's starting to follow suit. Is they actually are starting to push people to their DeFi wallet, and so we have a big piece coming where it's like, yes, you can get all of these tokens here, but you can also hold them in your Coinbase self-custody wallet. And one of the biggest aspects that Coinbase did was now they actually give USDC interest if you're holding it in your Coinbase wallet. And what's really cool is you can export your seed phrase from your Coinbase wallet and put it into Phantom, MetaMask, anything as well, Trust Wallet. And so you have full custody of all of your assets in your own side wallet if you want, which, is outside of that Coinbase wallet UI. One of the things that I wanted to sort of say on that, and we leave out the entire OP stack super chain of chains that Optimism sort of brought out. Base is one of them. I think Mode is going to be a huge player on the AI side as well, and same with Vanna as well.
That's such a good point on Optimism. Like I've said this in the past, but if Base had a gas token that wasn't ETH, I've asked people like, what do you think it would be market cap wise? And then I get them to look at the market cap of Optimism, and then people are usually shocked that Optimism is actually running Base. But Alex, I want to get your perspective on somebody in a team that has recently launched a meme coin. What are you guys looking at in terms of chains to identify where to launch? Like I believe you guys launched on Ethereum, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We're speaking of Base, right? And I think Base is a very good play. And the most important thing is Base is built on Ethereum, right? So if Base is going to win, Ethereum is going to win, right? And when you were speaking about the volume earlier, where the volume is going to come from, it's definitely going to be real-world adoption, right? And I see Base actually building a very reasonable application, a super chain, and all that in the smart wallet, the Coinbase wallet. And that's where the retail investors, the people that aren't really crypto savvy, are going to come, and they're going to, Solana is very good when it comes to meme coins, right? We cannot lie about that, but because of the easy use. And I think thanks to Base, what they're doing and building right now is really cool, and it's going to bring a lot of attention to Ethereum. It already has. We can see that in the past volume in the past couple months. And speaking of which, there's going to be a lot of cool narratives coming up, and I think a huge narrative now when it comes to meme coins is gamer tags, right? I could see this potentially being a very big narrative in the upcoming bull run. You know, not just like, for example, now we can see Elon Musk having, you know, his gamer tags being memeified and so on. But we could see maybe celebrities in the future. You know, like I don't know, some basketball player. I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to have a gamer tag, right? And maybe that's going to be a huge new wave of narrative is just these gamer tags in the upcoming bull run here.
Why do you think gamer tags specifically, like why would a gamer tag be potentially more interesting as a meme than say it was a celebrity? Like is the celebrity itself a better meme than its gamer tag? Like why do you think gamer tag specifically?
Well, that's a very good question. To be honest, you know, a gamer tag could be funny, right? I don't know if you guys were like 15 or 14, you probably had a funny gamer tag, and now you probably regret having that gamer tag if someone mentioned it, or like an email, right? So, you know, these gamer tags really represent these celebrities. You know, they give them like a personality. And it could be funny. You know, we don't know what's coming to us, right? You know, this narrative is very fresh, and it's just the start, right? And these first upcoming gamer tag narratives are going to be the first to show the road and the path that's going to come.
So on that note, you know, we were talking about going into 2025, and you know, I have this idea that I've been holding on to for a while, that I think that as a wave of adoption comes this cycle, I would expect, I would at least hope, maybe I'm too bullish, that by the end of 2025, we'll probably have more new people that have come into the crypto market than have ever been in the crypto market because of this, you know, sort of exponential wave of adoption. So with that being said, and going back to what Taco said earlier, you know, the majority of people coming in, as excited as they want to be, they're not going to be out there bridging between chains and having, you know, DeFi wallets and plugging in, going to get contract addresses. The large majority will probably be, you know, even if they're participating in memes, doing it through tier one exchanges, you know, tier one sexes. So does this stand to reason then that also some of these top meme projects that are available, like Dog with Hat, Pudgy Penguins, Pepe, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, do those stand to still sort of maintain, I don't want to say their crown, but maintain their standing as some of those top market cap plays? Or is there a good possibility that something else, especially with this AI narrative, that a huge amount of liquidity could sort of replace these powerhouses that are meme coins? I throw that over to actually Saratoshi, because we haven't got you involved yet. What's your thoughts? If you are there. If not, back over to you, Chonky.
I got to run, guys. This is awesome space, though. But before Chonky, one of the really cool AI projects that's launching today, one of their token pieces that they've been pushed out, Percy, you guys might like this, but Chirper AI. They're launching some really cool stuff and then I'm loving what Creator Bid has been doing. Even created a GM bot, because why not say GM to everyone every freaking day and have an agent that does that for you? But the AI agents are going to be taking over the main stage, and you know, let's get a Chonky bot up there, man.
Dude, let's get a Chonky bot. You know what? Everybody thought that I was the one behind Chonky whenever it launched. So like, I got DMs relentlessly. Taco, you're a legend, by the way. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I got DMs relentlessly whenever Chonky launched. That was a really fun. They airdropped me a lot of tokens. I watched it. I made some gains. I dumped it, and then I would have made a ton of money had I kept it. But you know, whatever. Paper hands. I don't care. No, I know that Buzz thinks that Fartcoin's gonna be right up there with the blue chips.
Whoa.
Look, you're a big fart guy. Excuse me, a big Fartcoin guy.
I said, I did not say that. I said if there was one that I had to pick, gun to my head, that could become a blue chip that's launching, there's a small % chance that Fartcoin could do it, because I like that flywheel. I
Oh
did
my
not
God.
predict that it will.
I don't know. I think we heard you differently. I'm kidding, Buzz.
Well, Chonky, the question is going to be though, are you going to dive into the butthole coin or no?
100%. I'm diving into butthole coin, no lube. I'm going balls deep into butthole coin, and I'm gonna do that right after we finish this stream. But no, I mean, you look at the top meme coins: Doge, Shiba, Pepe, on the Solana, Bonk, maybe with who knows. I don't think that they're all going to remain in like the top 25 or whatever they are. I don't know where Whip's at, top 50, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they're all going to stay there. But I think that maybe the big three, Pepe, Doge, Shiba, I don't think they're going anywhere. I mean, they're OGs. They're tried and true. Communities are strong as hell. Don't think they're going anywhere. The rest of these, I don't think. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, absolutely have the chance to be overtaken. Look at the top 25 tokens, top 10 tokens from 2017. How many of those are still even around? Like, I don't know, 3 of them, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Even within the AI narrative, things like Fartcoin, which seemingly out of nowhere, now it's over $1.2 billion market cap. The question's going to be right now, because we don't know, is this a flash in the pan because it's a new novelty, or is there some sort of does the AI agent itself also know what to do to sort of maintain some sort of mind share to keep building within not only the social media ecosystem, but also drive it forward. It's going to be very interesting. But on that note, throwing it back over to Buzz, because I know you participate as a dev, but also investor, speculator, trader. I was having a discussion with somebody in the office here at Hit Network this morning, and you can look at something like Butthole Coin, and he showed me where his entry on Butthole was, and it was such a good entry. And I was like, I can't believe you got in there. You must have made a ton of money. And it's just like any speculative thing, especially with meme coins, though. He said, no, I took out 50% when it basically 2x, and I took out another 25% when it 3x. And so had I just stayed in, but I think that's the story in time memoriam for crypto. You know how many people I've heard say, if I just got in Bitcoin when I first heard about it in 2012, I'd be rich. Would you hold through all of the noise that has happened? No, I mean, 90% of the people that have held that long, they lost their wallet and found it again, or they got locked out from Mount Gox or so on and so forth. So I don't even remember what the question is, but yeah, I'm just excited about this market, man. The butthole got me
Well,
sideways.
I mean, I think the line of thinking, right, was around like when you do get an entry on a meme, how do you find the balls, quote unquote, just to kind of go with the butthole meme there, to hold on? But I would kind of be a contrarian there in that nobody ever complained about losing money, or sorry, making money. A lot of people complain about losing. um, but I kind of play the meme coin market the same way. Like if I am lucky enough to get a 2x on small size somewhere, like I definitely want to at least shave out my entry and try to hold on as much as I can, if I believe in it the long term. But I tend to do the same thing, because for a lot of these, I do think that whatever you're putting in, you need to be prepared to lose it all.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. I was talking about it this morning on the BitLab stream, that as exciting as it is, it feels like you look at all these different charts, and it's not one, it's like 70 different charts you can substantiate that we're entering the up only season. And I think that also sets people up for huge possibilities for loss, because people go a little too apeshit with their bullish bias to have that final washout. You always think the final washout happened, and then people get, wicked out or liquidated or whatever, and they realize it's not the market that's eating you alive. It tends actually to be bad strategy, or just being too far one-sided with the bias of it's Q1, it has to go up right now. Well, maybe it does, but maybe it drops 15% in a flash. Or if it's a meme coin, it could drop 40%, in 3 days, and then absolutely moonshot after that. So it's definitely an interesting time in the market. Chonky, do you think, there's the administration? Obviously, we just had Trudeau, who announced his resignation today. He's had very negative things to say about Bitcoin. But then we have supposedly the most bullish crypto administration coming in ever. But I was talking with somebody in my office earlier. It's still speculative, because we don't know what they're going to do, one. And two, what's the timeline of them starting an initiative or starting a bill or starting whatever these different things are, or removing certain regulations? What is the timeline between now and the end of the year? So do you, as bullish as we are, and as much weight and positivity as we have towards January 20th, is there still a possibility within this bullishness that we actually get a little bit of a sell off or just chop all the way through this?
Oh
or
God,
is it,
yes,
or is
dude.
it up?
Yes, 100%. I think we are going to see a sell. It's never up. It's never always going to be up. I mean, I was actually surprised, and please don't stone me in Town Square for saying this. I was surprised that we pumped as much as we did when Trump was elected. Not saying that's the sole reason, but I kind of saying I think that was the spur. And I'm surprised that we pumped as much as I'm surprised we hit 100K as fast as we did. I thought we were a little bit more priced in than that. Everybody that spends time on X and doesn't watch the mainstream media knew really in their heart of hearts that Trump was likely going to be the next president. I thought we were priced in. We weren't. But I think now, I think we're going to see a classic sell the news type moment. I mean, what could possibly happen right now? What would you say could happen right now that would send Bitcoin to 115, 120, 130K? What could possibly happen on the regulation side, on the Trump administration side? I don't know.
Well, to that point, everybody is still I still think I agree with you with the prices being buoyed just in crypto in general with this expectation of the national Bitcoin reserve that's going to happen. Well, I kind of feel like it's more likely that the US doesn't buy any Bitcoin this year, but more likely that he signs an executive order that we won't sell anything that we have. And as bullish as that is, people are like, oh, wait, they're not buying. It's like, well, I mean, it's going to take quite a bit of legislative work before they can free up the capital to do that. It seems more likely that they say, we are going to establish a reserve. However, we're going to actually just not sell what we have as the initial base. And then, stepping into 2026 and beyond, then the question is going to be that, and this isn't just Bitcoin. This is to meme coins. This is to altcoins. This is everything. The question is going to be this year, post January 20th, what is the race? What does the race internationally look like for strategic reserves, and then also the softening or more accepting stances on regulation? Because let's be clear, one of the arguments we've had in the entire crypto market for the last 6 years is this regulation by enforcement without a playbook. So we need regulation to come in, and some of it might curtail some stuff in memes, some of it might curtail some DeFi activity, some of it, but at the end of the day, I do think by the end of 2025, we're going to be having a much better path forward for what's going within the crypto ecosystem, especially for devs. Because I know, Marco, you all are building right now. Buzz is also a developer within the ecosystem. So, Marco, what's your thoughts? Being recently launching a meme project. Does this concern you at all in terms of where this is going to go, or is it kind of leaning on, well, we have a crypto-friendly administration, so let's go balls to the wall and we'll adjust if we need to?
Well, personally, I'm more on the bullish side. I think regardless of the points that Chonky made about, whether or not Trump will actually establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve the way he said he would, regardless of that, if you see the news, this is now becoming an international trend. Countries all around the world, BRICS nations for one, especially Russia, they have publicly stated that they're going to also establish national Bitcoin reserves. And as a matter of fact, maybe even start using crypto in international transactions to sort of escape the power of the dollar. So yeah, I would say that we're definitely more on the bullish side, regardless of whether or not, the strategic Bitcoin reserves pans out the way we expect it or not. Whether it takes us until 2026 or whether it's this year, I'm still on the bullish side.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to take a moment real quick just to shout out everybody that's tuned in right now to these Mario Nawfal Crypto Daily spaces, where we get to break down with some of the brightest minds, the developers, the VCs, the participants, people that have been in the space for quite some time, to talk about everything going on in the crypto world. And, again, shout out to the entire IBC team in the background, because it takes a huge village of people to pull off all the content that we do here on the Mario Nawfal channels on a daily basis. So shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit that like button and tune in regularly. But as I mentioned at the start of the show, we are going to pivot here and start discussing a little peek under the hood of what Marco and the Percy team are doing. and why it might be something that we need to be paying attention to, especially in the meme coin narrative looking into 2025. So with that being said, I'm going to throw it to Buzz to kick off the AMA. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, just want to throw it over to the Percy team. Usually, how we kick these off is just for you guys to give an elevator pitch, just what the token is and how did it start.
Yeah, so I can actually speak about that. The narrative and what's behind the Percy token. It's actually more than just a meme here at this point. Like what we spoke earlier about the waves of the narratives and the cycles and so on. Like I said, there's going to be a gamer tag cycle, and I think this is one of the first meme coins that are going to be there, and it's going to lead the way. We saw what already happened with the previous gamer tag that Elon Musk specifically tweeted about. Unfortunately, that character died, and now he announced that he has a new character who's going to avenge that character, and I think it's the better character. Why? Because it's the name Perseverance, right? Just the word is bullish, but like the thing is, it's more than just the character. Actually, like coming into the year 2025, we're all here, we're all trying to make it, from the trenches, right? We're all degens here at the end of the day, right? And having this perseverance as our back, like, it's more of a motivation. Pretty much it shows a lot of the characteristics of Elon Musk himself, how he really made it. Like, he's one of the most known people in the world. He's super successful, and I think that this perseverance it's going to lead the way, and this narrative is just more than just a gamer tag, in my opinion.
So on that note, then, beyond it just being a gamer tag from kind of, I don't want to say riding, it's utilizing some of that community awareness from his character. But what makes this token different or unique? Like stepping into this foray, because there's sometimes between 8 and 12,000 meme coins launched a day. So what are you all doing, or how is it set apart from the pack beyond that?
Okay, so what makes it unique? Well, to be honest, if he wins, let's say with this character, beats the game or gets to the very high level, it's going to be all over the gamer news, Path of Exiles and so on. And Elon Musk will tweet about this on the daily, right? And he's grinding. It's crazy because he's already, I don't know, when I checked last time, ranked 160 within like 2 days. And I think he's going to avenge, I don't know how he does it, because it's crazy, because I see him tweeting and playing. I see him going up and up and up. He's a true grinder, and it just really represents, the community and Elon Musk.
Just to mention, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to add a bit more about that. So first off, it's just generally just about the token itself. It's the OG token deployed within a minute of Elon tweeting his character's name in this game. If you guys don't know the game yet, it's called Path of Exile 2. It's the token was a fair launch. It means there's no team allocations, no bundles, no insider supplies, nothing. It's just truly created by the community for the community. We're basically just regular, genuine, real degens who launched for the community, and not for self profit. From a meme coin perspective, it's tied to the ever so bullish Elon Musk, and we all know where Elon Musk narratives go. They're very bullish in this space. Everyone knows this, whatever chain they're on. So yeah, we've all seen the success stories of Floki, more recently Kikius as well. So we're all rooted in transparency, giving power back to the community where it belongs. Making this token a very unique movement in the space as well.
That you hit my next question nail on the head. I was going to ask for some background specifically on like what the game is and the lore and the narrative. So I appreciate that. But you touched on the fair launch and it being really a community driven token. So who developed it and who's the team behind it? Obviously, we have a lot of you guys here today, but how did you all get together?
Hey guys, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. So, first of all, I would like to give a shout out to Percy community and everyone in the core team who's listening right now. Well, basically, well, my name is Toshi. Of course, it's anonymous. We're a team of 11 people here. We're veterans in this space. I think it's safe to say that. we've been around for the meme coin market for years already, and we had a similar projects. To be honest, we had similar projects in the past, but it's safe, and we are right now is that I could. This is the biggest project we have, to be honest. So we're making sure that we're doing this for the community, like what I've said before, for the team. It's not about it's not about getting profit out of it. It's about making ETH great again. That's what I always said to them. It's about bringing people and ETH again, because it's been diversified for so long. Like Solana is booming, even Cardano, and a lot of chains doing very very great right now. So obviously we're doing this for the community, and we're just creating, we're just creating a meme coin that that will make that will create a great community, like what we have seen for Doge and Shiba Inu, and all other meme coins doing great right now.
Well, absolutely. And I'm actually also looking at some of the stats. You guys, I mean, it's a huge amount of volume for how new the project is, which is always encouraging. I love to see volume and activity within projects. But what are some of the achievements, or do you have anything else essentially on the roadmap, or anything
Oh, yeah.
within
Mhm.
the community that you're stepping into or building into?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to answer that one. Well, this is a flex for us, to be honest. We managed to surpass 20 million in volume for the first 12 hours. We've did that by doing a normal listing like Dex Tools, Dex Screener, you all name it. We've done everything so fast, and this is not one Percy project launching during the time of the tweet. We had several PVPs. We have several teams who launched a different same Percy project, but we were able to make it, since we were able to execute the what's necessary to be done in a short amount of time. And talking about that, we have been trending in major trending channels, even on Dex Screener, even Dex Tools, and other list of trending channels. We are trending number one in a short amount of time. And just earlier this morning for me, we just got listed on three major platforms, central exchanges such as Mexi, Gate.io, and KSAC. So yeah, there's a lot more to come, and we are all ready for that.
So speaking on that, is there anything maybe coming up in terms of marketing or how you guys are looking to strengthen the community, or anything else? Because you kind of touched on everything that you guys have done thus far, but
Mhm.
is there anything in the pipeline?
Yeah. So,
Oh yeah, yep. Go
so
ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I'll speak about it because I was actually in charge of the meme contest, right? We started off with strengthen this community by just giving out initiatives. Even though in the first couple of hours I was blown away by the community. We had a bunch of chats in there. The VC was, Marco was taking care of the VC. There was over like 200 people, I would say, at some point. Just talking about the project, being bullish. And just the meme coin contest, we had a prize pool of $1,000. We all chipped in and we picked the best meme. We gave it. We still have a bounty going on, for example, right? If you can manage to engage with Elon Musk on a tweet, you get one ETH, right? It's just plain simple. We really want the community here, to get back, because for example, some of the holders, of the meme coin contest, they weren't even able to afford to buy some supply, right? They wanted to supply, they want to be part of this community, and that's what's really great about this. The community is like the backbone of any project. And of course, we have done a lot of marketing. We spent like maybe over 200K, ball figure numbers right now on marketing, right? And this is just the start, right? The token's only not even 48 hours, a bit over 48 hours long. And there's just more to come. You just have to, stay tuned with our community on X and Telegrams, and everything will be done slowly and announced.
Excellent. And given that it is a meme coin, but are there specific token economics to the coin or anything like that?
Yeah, so as we mentioned before, this is a fair launch token. So there were no bundles and no allocated team supply or anything like that. Also, the dev actually burned 1% of his own supply worth more than 20 Ethereum at the all time high. So the tokenomics are actually as fair as they come. There's like no buy tax, there's no sell tax, nothing like that. Liquidity is burnt and the contract's renounced. So it's completely fair and open for any new players.
And Toshi, that was you, I assume, who burned that 20 ETH worth of tokens.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about how that felt to just burn 20 ETH out of thin air.
Honestly, in dev standpoint, like what I've said, it just stated the fact that we don't really well, of course, we at the end of the day, we're still gonna need we're creating these tokens to get something off it, right? But like what I've said, we're not that I'm not that greedy enough to be able to just sell it and keep it myself. But yeah, I don't care about that. But burning that token feels like I'm doing this for the community itself, to show commitment and show that we are way too serious in sending this, and we are willing to extend extra effort to be able to send Percy.
So then on that note, we've got, quite a lot of people that are tuned in right now, and there's going to be more people that tune in later, once we're not live anymore. Is there any sort of call to actions or any ways that people that are just interested in, beyond just buying and holding, is there anything on the community side that people can participate in, or any dates coming up on a roadmap that people need to pay attention to? And also any of the places that people, you'd like people to check out and find you and dive into the lore?
So yeah, we have another meme contest coming up, and we're going to increase the prize pool by a lot. That's for sure. We have a lot more things. We don't want to disclose them because it's only 48 hours within the launch, right? We have to discuss everything as a team, as a community effort. Like we said, there's 11 of us. Toshi, the dev, said, so we have to agree upon the next steps. But the most important thing is just staying active in Telegram. Follow us on X. That's where all the updates will be. And just stay active and just be a chat like everyone else is right now. I bet you a bunch of our community members are watching right now. I really appreciate all of you guys supporting the vision and the movement we're creating here, actually.
Yeah, I just want to give a huge shout out to every single one in our community right now. You guys are killing it in the chat. So like what's already been mentioned, we are consistently in the VC, just chilling with the community members and stuff like that. It's very important to have that engagement with everyone, and we have so much more in the pipeline. The team, we've been grinding like almost 24 hours a day. We actually take turns and shifting, and we sleep like maximum 3 hours a day, just to make sure that everything is covered in the main chat, and every single question is answered and stuff like that. Yeah, we already accomplished so much, but we have a lot more planned for everyone. We got listed. We're actually planning on a lot of CX as well, coin market cap listings, more tier 2 and tier 1 central exchange listings as well. And in the foreseeable future, we are potentially looking into maybe building a utility around the token similar to play to earn games, which is going to be a huge deal for the token itself. But that will be more information will be disclosed once everything is polished with everyone in the team. Yeah.
I always have trouble getting my mouse back on the other screen. I don't know if you guys have that with multiple screens. My mouse gets lost. But yeah, I just want to shout out everybody that if you are tuned in and you're interested, you can check them out at x.com/PERCYVERENCEE. I'm trying to pull it up on screen share, but they're not letting me for some reason. And that's Perseverance. And that's CEE at the end. Also, that you can also go to PerseVerence.top to head over to the website and really look into some of the lore that they got, and a lot more information on the upcoming meme competition and other things that they got going on. But we're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes, so I just want to shout out again everybody that is tuned in. Thank you for tuning into this. And again, Chonky and Jet and Alex and Saratoshi and Mario Nawfal, thank you for letting us have this platform to dive into these types of projects and the new, what's coming up, the news, all of it, and then Buzz. But I want to throw it back over to Marco, Alex, or Toshi, or Jet, any of you, if you have any sort of closing thoughts or anything else you wanted to share about the project, maybe a little nugget of wisdom or a little nugget you haven't shared yet, you guys have the floor.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it a lot. It's been more or less like 48 hours since the token had launched, and we've already achieved a lot. And there's, like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating it. We have a lot more in store for everyone. So yeah, get in while you can. This floor is not gonna you're not gonna see this anymore. So it's gonna blow up very soon.
Absolutely. And everybody, if you do want more information, you can also see it on the Mario Nawfal page for this live stream that you're watching right now. There should be a link there as well. Again, that's Percy, PercyVerence. That's how you can find it. And on the @ symbol, it's CEE. But again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And Buzz, do you have any thoughts that you'd like to share before you close out?
Yeah, just as a call out to any listeners who are watching, I always just like to caution people: make sure that you have the right contract address. Just the Percy team, it is the contract address that ends in B452 on Ethereum. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I also lost my mouse. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
speaking of what,
happens
Buzz,
with those multiple screens, but
Yeah.
I do want to thank everyone for tuning in. Like I said at the top of the show, most bullish day in crypto in 2025. So let's keep it rolling this year. Really appreciate the Percy team for joining us, and it
We
looks
got it.
like we now got Kelly's
Yay.
screen. So Kelly, why don't you take us through the Percy X account?
Yeah, so this is what I was trying to spell for you all, and I'm a terrible speller. So just to make sure, this is what you want to go if you want to find them there. And then of course you can head over to perseverance.top. They got a lot more information there. And this is always where you want to find the actual verified information with contract addresses and all this. But always I would recommend with anything that has to do with any memes or any tokens, head over to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. And you can also find that information there with their website link and everything. And as you can see, this is a just launched thing. This is tied in with the Elon Musk character that he has that, it's very, very, very recently launched. So keep an eye out for, when these start getting listed on other exchanges. It's always, in my experience, if you do like something or if you find something interesting, if you're going to take a shot on something, the best opportunity tends to be before they start getting all those listings. So this is how you can find them right here on their page. But with that, I think that's all we got today. And again, thank you to the Percy Verence team. And hopefully this character goes out there and absolutely kicks some ass so we can see this rising up into Valhalla. But I think that's all we got today, everybody. Thank you so much. Be tuning in here on the Mario Nawfal Crypto Daily Spaces. And again, thank you to the entire Percy team and Buzz, the co-host, and of course the Mario Nawfal team and IBC. Thank you again. I think that's all we got for today. We'll see you all in the next one. Adios.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.